Okay, now we're going to learn how to set up a chessboard. Okay, but most importantly, I want you to look at the letters at the bottom of the board. Okay, and look at the numbers on the side of the board. Okay, the letters. This is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. The numbers go from 1 to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, the letters. The letters are known as files. Okay, Files, files. The letter A, it has 8 squares on the letter A. Okay, there are 8 squares on the letter B. 8 squares on the letter G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Every letter has 8 squares. Okay, those squares are known as files. Okay, the squares on the A file is known as the A files, okay? B file, C file, D file, E file, F file, G file, H file. So if I put a circle anywhere here, that's known as the H file. If I put a circle here, what letter is it on? It's the D letter. So this is the D file. If I put a circle here, it's on the letter F, is known as the F file. So any circle here will be known as the F file. Okay, now we have numbers going across the board. Okay, each number has 8 squares. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 squares for number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These numbers are known as ranks. 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 So we have the first rank, second rank, third rank, fourth rank, fifth rank, sixth rank, seventh rank, eighth rank. Okay, if I put a circle here, it's on the first rank. You see? If I put a circle here, what number is it on? It's on the fifth number. So this is the fifth rank. It's on number 5. If I put a circle here, it's on number 3. This is known as the third rank. Okay. All right. So let's combine them. If I put a circle here, what file is it on? It's on the G file. What rank is it on? What number? It's on the 5th rank. So this is known as G5. Lowercase g, number 5. If I put a circle here, what letter is it on? It's on B. What number is it on? 7. So when we combine the file and rank, it is known as B7. If I put a circle here, it's on letter A and number 1. So we connected A1. What about this circle? Where is it? What square? It's on the E3 square. How about this circle? It's on H8. Let's try this circle. D6. So wherever this circle is at, you just look for the letter and number and combine them. This rook is on what square? It's on D6. So you'll write this down as rook, capital R for rook, lowercase d for the square, okay, and the number 6. So this rook is on D6. How about the knight? The knight is now on D6. So this is knight D6. The knight is on D6. When we write down the knight, we don't use the K because K is reserved for the king. So for the knight, we will write capital N. For each piece, you write the capital letter of the name. So this is knight. We go with capital N, D6. Okay, this is a bishop. Now the bishop is. Let's put the bishop on a different square. Let's put it on F2. So this is known as bishop F2, capital B, lowercase f, number 2, all one line, very close together, like how you write your name. Okay. The queen is on C6. Q, C6, capital Q. The king is on A4, capital K, lowercase a, number 4, KA4. Okay. The trickiest ones will be pawns. Pawns do not have a name. They're the square only. They're like the circle I just showed you earlier. So anytime you see a pawn, you never write down capital P. You'll just say D5. Okay. So if I ever said D5, E7, H3, because I didn't specify a name, it's always automatically assumed as a pawn. Okay. Now we're ready for the game. In the starting position of a chess game, the white colors are always on 1 and 2, which are known as the first and second ranks. Okay? The black colors are always on 7 and 8, which is known as the 7th and 8th ranks. Okay? The kings are always on E, the queen is on D. The squares or the files. The files that the king and queen are on are the E and D files. These are known as central squares. Okay? And central files. So each square on E and D are known as central squares, and the entire row, the entire letter, is known as central files. Okay. Bishops, they are always next to the king and queen on the left and right side of each one. Then you have the knights who are on B and G, and the rooks. The white pawns will always line up across the second rank, and the black pawns will always line up on the 7th rank. Okay. The numbers are important when it comes to pawns because the numbers remind you how each pawn moves. For example, if this black pawn is here, it's on the 5th rank. Well, you would know which direction it has to move because black starts on the 7th rank, so it moved down to the 5th rank. So the next square for the pawn is 4. Okay, it cannot go back to 6. That's called moving backwards. It wouldn't matter if I flip the board around. You won't say it's still going up or down. You'll look at number 5 and say, okay, if it's on number 5 and it's a black pawn, that means it started on the 7th rank. So it has to go down the numbers. Okay, so it doesn't matter if the board is flipped upside down. Just look at the number, identify what color pawn it is, and know that black moves down the numbers and white moves up the numbers.